Starting. There it goes. It didn't even go blank this time. Okay.
That's, I guess, the more you do it, the...
Or at least the more you do in one session.
Yeah. This is Rebelqueen.
Albion.
And this time we're doing a reaction/discussion on the Gotham Knights game.
Yeah. So.
That actually looked really, really neat.
It did. So this was a game that was shown off. It's being made by Warner Brothers Montreal, and it was shown off also at the DC Fandome thing that they did recently. Basically, from what we can tell, is it's a game where that involves Batman has been killed, and I use the quote "killed" because this has happened before in the comics. It's, if you know the comics, you can kind of guess, oh no, he's not dead, he'll pop up at some point, but
yeah,
Batman has been killed, so he leaves the protection of Gotham to the Bat family, i.e. Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, and we're guessing Tim Drake. The Tim Drake Robin.
The reason we're guessing it's Tim Drake Robin is because unlike he's still using a bow staff, and from both Dick Grayson Robin and Tim Drake Robin both use bow staffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because Damian Wayne Robin used a katana.
Yeah. So you basically play as these you can choose one of the four characters, and I think I've heard it's an open world game, and it's co-op. I don't know if it's on couch co-op. I don't think it will be, but it hopefully will be. And
yeah, we're hoping. Otherwise, I'm going, God dang it!
Yeah. If it is couch co-op, I will not be able to play Batgirl because someone will, well, again, put me in a leg lock or headlock and just not let go until I release Batgirl from my clutches.
Well, you've already claimed Nightwing.
True. And to be fair, I was going to say that. I was like, but to be fair, I'd rather play Nightwing anyway. I don't mind playing Red Hood, but again, no one... I do find it funny, no one wants to play Robin.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't mind doing Robin, but it's like, it's not that I know a little bit about Red Hood / Jason, but it's like I don't know enough about him to feel comfortable playing
Jason Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd, my mistake.
But it's not like I know enough about him to feel comfortable playing him, because it's like, he was like one of the shortest lived Robins ever until they brought him back as Red Hood.
Yeah. Till he got killed by Joker practicing his backhand with the crowbar.
No, seriously, he was literally like one of the shortest lived Robins in the series. If for those of you who don't know, that he literally, Batman caught him trying to steal the wheels off the Batmobile. That's why he brought him in.
He was also killed because the fans voted to kill him.
Yeah. and then
basically back as the Red Hood. It's a long story. Yeah, basically, from what we can tell of the game, it's the Bat family taking care of Gotham. I think in this universe, Gordon is dead. Commissioner Gordon is dead. So
yeah, it looks like it from what we saw in the trailer.
From what the trailer shows and what it states, the Gotham PD doesn't really like the Bat family.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those situations with this trailer.
Yeah. So it's up to them to take up and make sure the city's taken care of. It seems like each one's going to have their own way of getting around the city and their own thing of going from rooftop to rooftop. They show that Batgirl has more of the Batman Arkham style, where she uses the grappling gun to get from place to place. Robin, They explained it in the gameplay trailer, but they didn't explain it in the actual trailer. So Robin is teleporting, and a lot of people, I guess, were going, "What? How the hell is he teleporting?" Well, they explain it when they're doing the gameplay showing of it. Apparently, Robin is part of the Teen Titans at that point, so has contacts with the Watchtower, and he's using the Watchtower teleporter to teleport to take to different spots.
God. Well, that would explain it.
Yeah.
When I was seeing that little trailer and I was like seeing that boom, 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 I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's him using the Watchtower teleporter. That's the explanation for it. They're also, but it's going to be an open world RPG. So all the characters have levels and stuff like that. And they're going to continue to try and build off of it after the game gets released. So hopefully there'll be more stuff after the game. But for the most part, it seems like it's going to be them dealing with normal stuff in Gotham, but also dealing with the Court of Owls.
Yeah, and for those of you who, again, are not all that familiar, the Court of Owls is kind of like this continuously ongoing thing in the Batman series. They're kind of this like secret sect that occasionally pops up in the Batman series that Batman will occasionally end up dealing with, and they're
basically a portion of the elites of Gotham that are trying to point Gotham in the direction that they deem fit.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, just pulling the strings for everything that happens, and so and anyone who goes against them, they end up killing usually.
Trying to think.
Well, I know they killed. I think it's implied they killed. They're part of the reasons why the Waynes died.
Yeah, at least in like one of the other comics that Batman comics that they did here not too long ago. But I'm also I'm trying to think of like something more recently here that we could use as an example to.
They're kind of newish, to be honest. I think they might have just started up with New 50 when DC did the New 52.
Like a different series that had like something similar to the Court of Owls that we could use as a good example.
Oh. Hot Fuzz.
I don't know
that movie. It's one of it's the movie that's kind of, it's a comedy, but it's like a police comedy kind of thing, where it takes place in Britain, and this guy who's so good at being a cop ends up getting transferred to this one town that doesn't really need cops or anything. It's a long story, and I don't want to spoil it because it's a really good movie. But it basically has something similar to that.
Oh, then anybody who's seen that, then basically that kind of has the whole, I guess from what Albion is saying, it kind of has that whole secret society kind of deal going on there.
Mm-hmm.
That way you kind of have an idea of kind of like what we're talking about with the whole Court of Owls deal.
Yeah.
I was trying to rack my brains because it's like, I know I've something more recent that could kind of give people an idea, because it's like, that way they have, because
it's just a secret society. Let's go with that and continue on. We're getting off topic.
I know. But it's like sometimes they need some, for those who are not that familiar with the whole series, they may enjoy the games, but they may not go in depth into the whole comic things. They kind of need that background.
At which point I say this. There is one thing that they can use to find out what we're talking about. It's called the internet.
Some people just don't care.
Then let them not care.
But they might get interested.
I'm going to get hit after this conversation anyway.
The next time we are able to get together, yes.
Then I'm going to shut up now.
You're already on thin ice because of a certain game.
Which game? Oh, I haven't gotten that game yet.
Anyway, but yeah, no, it looks really good, so it's kind of like it'll be interesting for when it comes out. And honestly, I do really kind of hope it is a 4-person couch co-op, because it's like, with the way it is, it would just make more sense for it. Because actually, in one of the scenes from the trailer for it did show having, I think it was Red Hood and Batgirl together on their bikes.
Yeah, and and the gameplay thing they showed after that trailer, they did show co-op.
Yeah.
But the one question we know there will be co-op, at least 2-player co-op. We don't know if there will be couch co-op, meaning both people on the same console.
Yeah.
We're hoping there is, but
yeah. But hopefully, I mean, it would just make more sense, because it's like sometimes with everything that goes on in a Gotham City environment, it would make sense to have a couch co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, you can't always have people online to help you out in a Gotham City environment.
Mm-hmm. But so far, the game does look really good. It looks interesting.
Oh yeah, those graphics looked wonderful. I hope they continue on.
Sure.
You gotta remember, I went to school to get into like the animation aspect along with writing. So it's like I'm looking at both the graphics and when it does come out in
graphics too, but
the story.
graphics don't mean shit if the gameplay sucks.
Well, that is true, but it's like, but the gameplay, from what little we did see from the trailer, the gameplay did still look solid. So
Yeah. But yeah, so it looks like it's going to be an interesting game, to say the least. And was that the one that said 2022? I know they said one thing on 2022.
it might have been.
I think that one was. So it's going to be a while before we get that one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while. It is slated for PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC. Although once again, I have to point out that just because it's on PC does not mean Steam. It just means PC. This video is going to be a bit short, probably because we're running out of things to say about this one.
It's because this one was so easy to talk about, and then
yeah. But yeah,
one thing that will be interesting is like I can't wait to see exactly how the story plays out, and then for Batman to actually make his reappearance, because that's going to be the big thing for the story.
Yeah.
And along with how Bruce actually makes his reappearance too.
Yeah. It's one of those weird things where, because if you're big fans of the comics, you kind of figure out like the plot twist that they're going for before that you get to it. It happens the same with Arkham Knight, because in Arkham Knight the big twist is something that if you know the Batman comics or Batman in general, and you know how things work for different parts of Batman history, you're going to guess the big twist before the game actually tells you, oh yeah, this is the big twist.
Yeah, though the one thing that kind of did freak me out with that trailer was when they had when they were talking about, when they showed that little bit of the Court of Owls, and then they had that whole thing of coffins. I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah. That will be an interesting situation. I'm pretty sure that's part of a story. That's part of one of the missions, and trying to figure out about that whole area.
Yeah, because it's like I was kind of like, when that part came up, I was like, okay, that's obviously part of the Court of Owls deal, and I'm like, and has to deal with the Talons. I'm just like, what? And then that child's voice started talking. I'm like,
The creepy child giving a rhyme.
Okay, this is
Mm-hmm.
entered creepy territory. But when it's Batman and it comes to the owls, this is kind of par the course.
Yeah. But, so, can you think of anything else to say?
Not really.
Me neither. So, I guess we'll call this video here. Yeah, but we're looking forward to it whenever it does come out. Anyway, I guess we'll call this video here. So, bye.
Bye.